Well, many people participate in office polls for the college basketball tournament. If you are hoping to best your coworker and friends, what has happened so far has not made it easy, has it? Well, we're past that now, though, because the focus is on Arizona playing their next game tonight in Los Angeles against Xavier.
So we bring in, of course, our sports expert for some insight into Arizona's chances, as well as the rest of the tournament. Zach, how is your bracket doing, buddy?
You and I were talking about this before. Yes. I love the bracket. I think it's one of the things, we talked about this like during the Super Bowl, people that don't love football love the commercials. It's what brings you in, right?
Yeah.
I think the same is true for the bracket. People that don't watch college basketball can fill it out, and in a year like this, have great success.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you, I won't admit to how long I spent putting mine together, making sure I get it right. And then in 5 minutes, my dad's 75-year-old secretary is 40 points ahead of me. And
oh, my goodness.
Done.
And she probably spent no time at all researching. She was just like,
the
this
colors.
one, I like that name.
Yeah, her grandson went here. She likes the color purple. She has a cat named this. And
yeah.
But that's what makes it fun, that you can have all the expertise in the world, none at all, and it's just a giant roll of the dice.
Who did you think was the biggest, disappointment?
Well, besides myself.
This is your bracket?
Well, it was.
Well, poor bracket.
So I think the biggest surprise to me was probably Villanova going out in the second round. They were the first one seed to go. I might have over-bargained a little bit on Iowa State there in the bottom right. But I think for the most part, though, if you ignore the right side of the bracket, I'm okay on the left. And,
ignore the whole right side.
But I've got it. I'll have it right to the final, I think. So I picked Arizona to win it all.
Okay, so tonight, big game.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? What are your expectations?
Well, I'll preface it by taking the cop-out answer, and as we've talked about a second ago, I have no idea what's going to happen. I tell you what I think is going to happen, but throw it out the window at 7-17 when the game tips.
Yeah.
Right.
So you look at Arizona, and they come in such strong defense. Their success is predicated upon that. And offensively, as of late, they've really come on. You look at Xavier, Sean Miller spent 6 years coaching there, really put them on the map, took them to Elite Eight. He's done that twice here in Tucson. You see him warming up yesterday. They have public practices, so everybody gets to come and take a look. And what's great about Arizona being out in the West, going to Los Angeles, strong fan base in Southern California, a lot of alumni out there, and about half the team, you do the math, you can't have half children, but about half the team is from Southern California. So a lot of these kids are going home. It's an environment that they're very comfortable with. Now, Xavier is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
So they're coming a long way across the country. And the same is true, depending on what happens tonight, for the other two teams that'll play on Saturday. Well, they'll play each other today, North Carolina and Wisconsin. Again, they're all making that big haul across the country, and Arizona's pretty much at home.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Well, so you have Arizona going. I think I heard Charles Barkley also made that prediction.
And I don't know what it is about Arizona and of course Charles Barkley played a lot in Phoenix.
Yes.
A nice career there after Philadelphia. There's something about the U of A. Charles Barkley did this last year and 2 years ago as well. He hooks on them and rides them all the way. That's the third year in a row he's done that. I love it.
Oh,
wow.
So, yeah, Sir Charles has the Wildcats back.
Sir Charles.
Yeah.
Sir Charles.
Okay, Zach, this is what I want to know. So as things stand now, you know, removing your bracket.
Sure. Please remove my bracket.
What are your predictions for the Final Four?
So I like on the left side where I've still stung strong. Kentucky has been the best team in college basketball all season long. They're 36-0, and what amazes me about them, the expectation has been perfection, and they've lived up to it.
Yeah. That
in sports, as in real life, doesn't happen very often. I like Arizona getting there as well. I think they'll win twice this weekend. On the right side, where I am just. I like Michigan State and I like Duke in the Final Four. So if it happens the way that I have it, Kentucky, Arizona, Duke, Michigan State, that's about the most blue-blooded college basketball traditional Final Four you could have, and I think that would make for an amazing weekend in Indianapolis.
Well, I lived 3 years in Kentucky before coming back to Arizona.
You know.
Big Blue Nation, they are.
And Louisville, too.
Yeah, they've got the Cardinals there. That's Kentucky. They're serious.
Right smack in the middle. Yeah, they take basketball very seriously.
Yes, and they're obviously, and I hope that ends up, that's what I'm hoping, that it's a Kentucky-Arizona battle it out.
Rematch from 1997 was Arizona won the national championship. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Overtime, one of the greatest games ever.
Where do you watch the game tonight?
I have to watch the game at home.
By yourself.
Well, the thing, and what's so great about my job and coming back here and doing this, and some people know this, some people don't, I went to Arizona. So this is also not only my job, but this is my fandom too. This is what I go home to. So yeah, I need to be able, I'm one of those people that I need to be able to hear. Like, I don't mind going out. If it's a game that I don't really care too much about, I love going out, having a cocktail or two out, but I need to be able to hear. I need to be able to walk around and
zone out.
Exactly. Zach, I'm with you. I was a freshman in college when we won the 97 championship, and I am like, come on, Cats, bear down.
And see, you remember that, and you always will. That kind of stuff is so great.
Yeah. Well, Zach, thanks for coming on
today. Thank you. I love it.
Can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Oh, excited.
And you can listen to Zach talk sports on weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on ESPN Tucson 1490 and 104.9. And as we mentioned, the Wildcats played tonight at 7:17 p.m. against the Xavier Musketeers.